Welcome everyone into the third space today. If you're watching this later, can I just encourage you to pause the recording for a moment and go and get yourself a small bowl of water ready for today's practice. So welcome whether you're joining us here in person, or in the virtual space, welcome, or online later. You're very welcome. The third space is a community of shalom and belonging. And whether you come once or many times, you belong. If you'd like to, now I invite you to hold your bowl of water. Just holding your bowl. Why are we holding a bowl? Well, as we hold this bowl, I invite you to consider the metaphor of the bowl being our mind and the water being our thoughts. And during our meditation today, we're going to hold our mind and our thoughts. You don't have to hold the bowl the whole meditation. But just initially, let's hold our mind, hold our thoughts. We're not asking anyone to empty their mind. Our mind was designed to hold thoughts. But we hold this bowl of water at this time to remind ourselves that our thoughts can be stilled. Our thoughts can come into a place of calm, of stillness, of peacefulness. And rest. Perhaps we come into the practice today with very busy thoughts, and maybe our thoughts are a bit choppy, or maybe our heart rate is a bit elevated. Something's triggered us, triggered our stress. That's okay. We just come into the practice with a sense of peace. This is a sacred honoring of ourself, of our mind, our body, our heart, our spirit. It's a sacred time where we honor and carve out a bit of space as we hold our bowl. Noticing the flow of air in through the nose, down our throats. Noticing that flow of air. Perhaps we notice different scents or fragrances, or just ordinary life smells around us. As we breathe in deeply, breathing in. Breathing out. At any time, feel free to place your bowl down around you, on your lap or around. But remembering the stillness of the water. As we take a deep breath in, exhaling slowly and gently, turning our chin towards our right shoulder, gazing over our shoulder with our eyes. Doesn't matter whether the lids are open or closed, but just gazing over the shoulder. Feeling the flow of air through the nose, down the throat, deep into the body. As we gaze over our shoulder, we're signaling safety. And why is this signaling safety? Because you can't do this when you're being chased by a tiger. Taking a deep breath in, and as we exhale, slowly and gently moving through center, all the way across to our left shoulder and gazing over the shoulder. Just notice what sensations you are feeling through the body. Noticing if the body is asking for a yawn or a sigh. Maybe waiting for it, but noticing where the resistance is. Not being critical of our bodies if there's resistance, but just noticing as we take a deep breath in, exhaling and coming back to center. A place of stillness where we center. Centering, grounding. Here in this place, we allow our thoughts to begin to settle like the water in the bowl. Acknowledging the thoughts that are in our mind, but not engaging with them. Just acknowledging. Our mind was made to think, and that's totally okay. We accept the thoughts, but we just let them dissipate in this time. Allowing any thought that protrudes into our conscious awareness to just drift gently and slowly to the edges of our consciousness. Perhaps imagining a pebble in a pond and the ripples moving out to the edge and then just gently being absorbed at the edges. So when our inner voice is speaking loudly, we just let it drift into silence. Our inner voice has permission to be quiet. This is a time for other parts of our being to come into restfulness. This is a safe place for the body and the mind and the soul. And we allow it to flow. Flowing into stillness, into quietness and rest. Whenever our thoughts come and feel like they're a distraction, we just let them go. Drawing the air in through the nose, down the throat, deep into the body. Noticing. Noticing when our body is asking for more, welcoming the breath in, releasing the sigh out. letting go of the things that don't serve us any longer, letting go of the carbon dioxide as we breathe out, breathing in and release. Again, releasing more deeply, breathing in. Feeling the release all the way down the arms into the core of the body. Sensing or noticing our heart rate slowing. Maybe if we pay attention deeply enough into the core of our bodies, we might be able to sense or feel our heart beating. Allowing it to come into a slower pace. Whatever has elevated or activated us today, we just let it go with the breath. There is time later for conversations or tasks. Right now, we come into rest. Allowing the thoughts to become quiet and still like the water in the bowl. Every storm that the water experiences will pass. It will pass. Perhaps we allow our awareness to drift to the sounds of our environment. Whatever sounds surround us, all are welcome. Welcome to flow into our ears and across our mind. Each sound wave, a blessing. A blessing of the life around us. No sound a distraction. Just drifting in the soundscape around us. Even our own breath is part of that soundscape. Beautiful, life-giving sound. Breathing in and out. Out and in. Perhaps we might like to draw our gentle awareness now to the whole of our body. The home of our soul. Noticing our skin. Noticing our body in our environment. Knowing that in this place we belong. We have permission to be, to breathe and to live, to love and to laugh. And we notice our bodies. We notice the soles of our feet that connect us to the earth. And we feel that connection, feeling the earth beneath us, the flow of gravity over us, and the holding of the earth beneath us. We feel our feet and our ankles. Our calves and our knees, gravity holding us, connecting us. We are safely connected to the earth. Connection that we can trust and rely on. We feel the back of our legs, perhaps on a chair, the floor, or a sofa. We feel that connection. Allowing our bodies to feel heavy and sinking into the connection to the earth. Just as water flows down from high to low, so too the gravity. We feel it through our hip bones, our sit bones and our pelvis. We notice where we're holding, where the muscles in our core are tight. And we flow with the gravity and the breath out, releasing and relaxing and sinking into restfulness. Up to the diaphragm underneath our rib cage, to that whole area of our internal organs. Again, just noticing, are we holding there? We yield to gravity's flow and to the force, just yielding, releasing any tension. Again, just noticing or sensing the rhythm of our heart. The steady flow of the life breath through the lungs. Moving to our lung and chest area in our mind's eye. And the shoulders, and we really flow with the breath out. We notice the breath in, but we flow with the breath out. Allowing gravity to draw our bodies down towards the earth, and as it does so, releasing, resting, relaxing. Just letting the tension go, letting the fear go, letting the anxiety go with every breath out. Release. our whole neck area, the spine holding our heads up, but the whole area around, underneath our chin, all the way around to the back of our heads. We notice our neck. Noticing tension, tightness, discomfort, or pain. We just notice. We reassure our bodies that we are safe, safely held by the earth. And we can yield, releasing and letting go. Holding our hands and our mouth now in our mind's eye. These two places of communication with the outside world. And in this time, they are still and quiet like the water in our bowl. And we allow them to rest. Our fingers and our hands and our tongue and our lips and our mouth and our jaw. Just resting like the water in the bowl. Resting in our being. Noticing the flow of gravity now over our whole face. And perhaps we start at our forehead, our eyebrows and our eyes. And the gravity flows down and over and around and through. And we let go of the tension in our jaw, in our cheeks. Perhaps our lips part slightly. Maybe our chin moves down a little as we let go and release. Now flowing to our scalp and the back of our heads. The flow over us. The organ of our brain. Maybe we can sense it feeling a little heavy in its restfulness as it's flooded with oxygen. Ah. Noticing now the gravity flow over our whole body, over the edges of our being, in our skin, all the way down now. A beautiful flow. We notice the flow of breath in through the nose, down the throat, deep into our bodies, our chests expanding, our being expanding, the sense of who we are expanding. Our thoughts are quiet. Pausing here for a moment to allow our imaginations to grow in this moment. Imagining the goodness of the future. Just one breath away, imagining the goodness, imagining the beauty. Resting in the fullness of Shalom. The realm of peace. Peace. Mm. If you're watching this after the live recording, this might be a time to pause. Pause the recording and rest in this peaceful place for as long as you so choose. We begin to stir our thoughts, allowing them to begin to bubble up. Our consciousness rising, moving back into activity, into awareness. We notice the flow of air in through our nose, down our throat, deep into our bodies. We stir our bodies. We take a deep breath in, lifting our shoulders up to the bottom of our ears, lifting the shoulders up, 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 holding them there for a moment. Exhaling slowly, rolling the shoulder blades back together, rolling, rolling, rolling them down, 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 pulling them down towards the earth, pulling them down and release. Oh, take a big breath. And again, breathing in, lifting the shoulders up. Hold, hold, and release, rolling back, feeling the crackles and the creaks and the stretches, delicious stretches, pulling them down towards the earth and letting go. One more time, breathing in, shoulders up, holding and releasing. Finishing off our practice with a deep breath in. Exhaling, looking slowly and gently over the right shoulder, noticing any greater range of movement and nourishing breath. Breathing in, slowly and gently exhaling, moving through center across to the left shoulder. Again, noticing any less resistance, more movement, more freedom, more flow of breath. As we breathe in, moving back to center. Noticing the peacefulness of the water in our bowl and the thoughts in our mind. Be at peace today, my friends. Shalom.